Many times when we first experience the Hotel Luxe effect, we don't know what we're going through. I'll give you an example. So my husband and I were on vacation in Jacksonville, Florida, and we had not stayed at this particular hotel. It was the AC Hotel brand, and at this location. And so I'm used to that brand being well done, beautiful, modern, clean lines. Even the rooms themselves are minimal, but just fresh. They just feel so, they make you feel like you've grown up, right? Like you have the experiences when you were a child going on vacation or going on a trip. This just has such a sophisticated feel, and it's done so simply. It's amazing. But I wasn't prepared for what happened when we went in the lobby. We're unpacking the car, we're wheeling our luggage in. We step in, and I mean, it was that word you might have heard used before, palpable, meaning the feeling inside of you changes so much that it's as if a person is speaking to you. It's something that is really hitting your senses. And it was the space. It was the way that the finishes were carried, floor to ceiling, seamless, not the same color exactly, but just this blend, this really smooth blend from the floor to the walls to the ceiling. Then there were layers of interest. Looking over where the sitting area was, it was nicely arranged. The furniture looked nice and comfortable, but still formal or tailored, like you're really about to experience something special, but not overdone. It wasn't a lot of pattern, a lot of color. Now that can be good for a different reason, but that'll be another session with you that we'll talk about that. But this space had that it factor. The architectural elements, the way that at the ceiling plane, it wasn't just lights, it was layers to the lights. Some lights were cove or around the edges, giving that soft glow. Some were in the actual ceiling plane. And then it wasn't just a flat ceiling either. There were some platforms that were a little bit lowered. You had light cascading behind the reception desk. Activation is what that does. That's what I was finally able to put a word to what these different types of lighting can do for a space. And then there's the sequence of entry. So when you first come in, it wasn't too open or too closed. Perfect balance. The vestibule, you go through the first set of doors, then there's a little room, then you go through the second set. And once you go through that second set, you're in the lobby space. The reception desk is there, but it's not like overly close to the door. So you get a chance to just breathe, in a sense, inside the space. Over to your left, there's a sitting area, but it's not overly open because there's a planter there that shapes the space and gives it that lush feel, that semi-private, like you're in the same room, but you feel like you have another moment that you can have of conversation or relaxing over there to the left. To the right, there's a bigger, grander seating area, but still the way the furniture is arranged, there are these little pockets of intimacy, you might say, like if you're having a good conversation with a close friend or if you're trying to have a business meeting, you could sit over there and others could be in the space, but you still felt like you had this zone of privacy going. Beyond that, there was a room divider in the dining room. It just made you want to explore. You're like, oh, there's some good stuff about to happen or, can happen in this space. And that's just walking in. That's just walking in. If you were there, you likely would have been like me, so happy that you chose to stay here, anticipating the nice moments that you could have in these different spaces, and maybe even lamenting or being saddened by the fact that you won't stay long enough to enjoy the space. Our homes can do the same thing. Our homes are spaces that, if you're like me, there are some things you've done to make your home like you want it. You've got certain furniture pieces that you love. Certain rooms are your favorite. Maybe you took a phased approach and got one room fully laid out. That's your best pieces. You've got a great mix of your signature splurge pieces, maybe some pieces that have special meaning because they were gifted to you. Maybe they're family heirlooms. You placed with them maybe some economy pieces to just accessorize. But then there are these other opportunities. Can't say missed opportunities because you're alive, I'm alive. There's still time, right? But nevertheless, we haven't taken them yet. We have not taken those opportunities to make our touch points more special. One way that the Hotel Luxe effect that we've implemented does that is merchandising stations. Instead of just putting things down, going ahead and putting a nice tray there so that that move looks intentional. How we have things placed, my low battery popped up on my recorder. How we have everything placed, it can invite us to be more intentional with where we put things, and it just makes it look welcoming. Try it. Try getting some nice trays and your mail, your keys, your phone charging station. If there's an island or a table where you usually put snacks that you all like, you and your family like to enjoy, try seeing what happens when you just put those things on a tray and everything around it is clean. It's amazing, the impact. So those are the kind of moves that I saw, not only in the lobby space with where they placed like magazines or the remote to the TV that was there, it went right into the actual room. So that is a whole nother experience. The way the bed is placed and how the nightstands have some built-in function. In the bathroom, the way the towels are folded, the way the mirror is lit. These are those moments where when we bring those into our homes, it begins to elevate that feeling we have when we come home. It makes the home more than just that place where we're safe and inside, which by itself is a privilege, right? But it could be more. It could be this retreat, this sanctuary, this stage. By stage, I mean, there are types of environments and people that when we're in them and around them, we bring elements of ourselves into it. We come to life, we shine. Things like that can even happen at home. And that's where it needs to happen, right? Don't we want to get into our mode of best before we face the world outside? So this is just a preview of the kinds of energizing elements we can bring into your home and your workspace with the Hotel Luxe Effect system. There's this really nice series of steps that we go through to assess what you have and to just, again, look for those opportunities to activate this system, to translate these luxury hotel success moves into the places where you are every day. You're really going to want to avail yourself of several things on our website and on our socials that'll help you appreciate even more these fundamental moves. There's our blog. Please be sure to subscribe there. And there's also our YouTube channel. Please subscribe there as well. Look forward to seeing you there.